Hey, all my lovely chariot racers, welcome back to the channel. Oh, my lovelies. Okay, we're kind of going to hop right into it, but I want to talk about a few things first. First things first, thank you guys for being patient. I know I have been MIA for, what, 2 weeks? 3 weeks? Has it been longer? I don't even know. It has been a weird moment for me. Positive, so it's all been good. Nothing bad happened. So, I'm sorry I disappeared. I'm sorry I didn't get the Leo season videos out before Leo season started. They are coming. We're going to work on them. But yeah, just thank you for being patient. I really needed a lot of time to figure some things out. And I have been, like, ever since the Sirius gate opened, the beginning of July, girl, I have been going through it. And I swear, like, for the past 2 weeks, I've been, like, full on narcoleptic. Like, I could literally just sit down somewhere and I would knock out. And not even knock out for like 20 minutes. I would be out for hours. Like, I was in full shutdown mode, super hermit mode. So thank you for being patient. Thank you for holding out on me. Not holding out on me, holding out for me. So I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm saying. I love you guys. I'm finally feeling better. I'm kind of getting back to my regular energy levels. I've just been energetically all over the place and really didn't want to put any wonky stuff into your readings. I didn't want to show up, less than my best for you guys. So again, just thank you for holding out and waiting for me. The reason I wanted to get on and start filming, and we're kind of filming a random one-offy, updatey thing with a reading. You can even see, like, I full on was just like in the process of drinking my tea, and I'm full on just like, we're gonna film. Now's the time. I don't know, maybe we'll call this Tea Time with TC. Who knows? Whatever it is. So, this reading, it's going to be the collective. I don't even really think this is Leo season collective. I think this is just a real in-the-moment, one-off, here's a snapshot of what's coming to us all right now, or what we've been working through. As I was kind of getting ready and doing some meditation and doing your pre-shuffle, these two cards jumped out and they felt incredibly significant. So we have the Four of Coins and the Knight of Swords. This reading isn't really an astrological reading, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the moon cycles we are in the process of working with. Whether you believe in the moon or not, don't worry about it. I think I'm going to do a more dedicated new moon reading for the new moon in Leo coming up. And even then, I think that reading will be more about the Lionsgate portal on 8/8, because that's when the new moon is. So even though it's happening on a moon cycle, I think that reading is going to be more of a portal situation. But with this Four of Coins and the Knight of Swords, it's making me want to talk about the moon cycles because of what is going on for us with the energy of the current moon cycle. So we just had that new moon, sorry. We just had that full moon in Aquarius about a week ago, right? I believe it was on the 23rd. I might be making that up, 23rd, 24th. And then we have this new moon in Leo on the 8/8 portal. So, go Team Lions, right? And then we also have, so we have the full moon in Aquarius, new moon in Leo, and then the full moon after will also be in Aquarius. This Aquarius full moon, the energy that we all still are kind of in, but really we're dealing with, the ending of last week, really had to do with where are we breaking free, right? Aquarius energy, Uranus energy is all about being a rebel, changing things up, fixing what's broken, changing what's not working, right? How do we remove these barriers? How do we knock down these walls? How do we push beyond? How do we get out of this box, right? And as this Aquarian energy helps work its way through and helps us shift things and change our perceptions, and honestly change our perspective. Let's take that a level further and how we see things, and not just perspectives on where we're headed, what we want to do, what we're manifesting, but also perspectives of what has been happening, what literally is our reality. How do we feel about it? Is this good? Is this bad? Do I want more of this? Do I want to change this up? How do I change this up? All of that energy is kind of wrapped up in this Aquarian kind of full moon phase we're all working with. And as we move from that towards this new moon in Leo, Leo asks us to be expressive, right? And it's in Leo season. Like, here we are in Leo season, walking up to the Lion's Gate with a new moon in Leo, like it's just, you know, I love synchronicities like this. They just make the moment even more magical. But what that energy is asking of us is to be authentic, to live fully in our truest and fullest expression, reaching and aiming for our highest potential, but doing it in a way that is truly genuine and truly rewarding and truly fulfilling for us. And I think that is where this big shift is happening. So especially where you have the fixed signs, any of the fixed signs, so Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, what am I missing? No, not Virgo. Taurus. No, it's like, not Virgo. Any of your fixed signs, those areas in your chart definitely going to be very, very active right now. But how is it you show up? Where is it you want to show up? What is it you want to be doing? This Leo energy is really going to ask you to shine and get you to step up and step into your own spotlight, which is great. And then the following full moon with Aquarius, you almost get to revisit what was going on, a week ago, right? And really see how is that progressing? What still needs to be edited? What else can we change? How else can we grow, right? And I'm sure that will shift after this new moon as you continue to evolve and grow. So it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. These cards that came out, so obviously Knight of Swords, card of learning and wanting to understand, very, very fast moving energy, wanting to make the changes, wanting to go. But you also have this Four of Coins coming out with it. Four of Coins can be a little miserly, right? We're holding on to things. You can see this kind of snake coiling around these coins and what each of them could signify for us. And even this Knight of Swords, although this isn't a meek or shy energy, doesn't it kind of look like he's kind of cowering behind his blade a little bit? And I think that is coming through so strong right now. It's because it's kind of like where are those walls that we feel comfortable behind, right? Where are those comfort zones that this Four of Coins wants us to stay in, right? Because it feels safe, feels comfortable, may feel like there's resources there that, they're too rare or scarce to lose, right? We can't risk them because if we lose them, that would be the end of everything. You can even see that same snake is in his tattoo, right? So we could be wearing our hearts on our sleeves a little bit. We can be feeling a little exposed and a little vulnerable, and that's making us cling even tighter. The energy is asking you to move forward though. You still want to progress. You still want to grow. The things that you're holding on to in this Four of Coins, there's way more of that for you, right? That's not the only 4 coins you're ever going to get. So that energy, although is about, here's a comfort zone, it's familiar, it feels safe, it's also limiting, it's holding you back. And this Aquarian moon is really, how do we break past those limitations? How do we evolve, right? How do we recognize that there's more for us and it's attainable, it's possible, right? And then again, that's where that perspective shift happens, right? Because if you don't believe it's possible, it's never going to happen. But this moon is asking you and honestly forcing you, it's going to push you a little bit, I feel. Like, what has to be done for you to recognize it is possible? You could do this. This is really an option for you. Okay, let's get into this reading. Oop. Okay, so we've got Temperance in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, and Ten of Wands in reverse. Love. So this is actually interesting because I almost feel like this is that perception shift we were talking about. So Temperance in reverse with the Queen of Cups. Temperance is all about divine timing, right? And the fusion and the mixing and the alchemy of the moment. In reverse, it can mean a couple things. It definitely doesn't mean that process is stopped or halted, but it does showcase resistance, right? And even the Queen of Cups feeling emotionally unsteady, right? Queen of Cups is very, very deep energy. And to me, it's always a very introspective card. It is also a card of Cancer as we move out of Cancer season. So Cancer season for some of us might have been really heavy emotionally, right? Sorry, let me get some tea going. Cancer season, though, a lot of times Cancer season can be heavy for a lot of people, especially non-water signs. Water signs tend to fare a little better because we're used to that energy. But there could have been a lot of insecurity is brought up, sensitivity is brought up, and not in a bad way, but in a way that's it's forcing you to face them, right? So you can work through them, so we can evolve and we can get past those blocks and those barriers. This Temperance card coming in the reverse, we may have actively tried to resist these things because it made us feel uncomfortable, right? Queen of Cups doesn't like being in that position. So that, emotional vulnerability that, hashtag triggered, so to speak, may have wanted us to resist the healing, resist the shadow work, resist. Ten of Wands in reverse, that struggle is over, right? So the best thing to do, and it looks like a lot of us have done it, so kudos to all of you, even though we want to resist, even though it feels uncomfortable, we know we have to do it anyway, right? And that's that Aquarius moon, right? I don't care if this is gonna rock the boat or shake the status quo or disappoint people. I want to do it. It needs to be done. I know it's the right thing to do. It feels right to me. I'll make it happen. That's literally what that energy is all about. I'm excited. Let's see. So that's what we're moving from. But again, I just want to congratulate everyone that, this work may not necessarily be easy. Shadow work rarely is easy. And a lot of times it does trigger us. Six of Wands, hard work being recognized, being seen. This is also that spotlight energy as well. Love that. Oh, okay. Ten of Cups, center of the spread, as well as the Knave of Wands. This would be the Prince or the Page. Love that. All right, let me finish what I was saying about the Ten of Wands before cards are like, no, move on. We've got good stuff. But I'm so encouraged to see the Ten of Wands in reverse, because again, it's about letting that struggle go, right? Letting go of that resistance, letting go of that extra fight, because it's not necessary. It's not serving you. It's not doing you anything. It's not doing you any favors. And all that hard work is being recognized, is being seen, right? Especially for any of you who do anything in the public eye or in the spotlight, right? So if you speak in front of large groups, if you present things, if you're on social media, anything like that, this is also a good sign that you are going to be recognized for your talents. You're going to be getting attention, even if this has to do with maybe some of you trying to manifest a relationship or love. You're going to be seen. You're going to stand out, right? You're visible this time, right? It's not like we're doing things and not getting any recognition. It is being seen. I love that. And then we have this Ten of Cups. Yes, our prosperity, what we've been working for, our manifestation, reaching fulfillment. There's never a bad moment when you get the Ten of Coins, is there? I love that. This actually excites me way more than the Ten of Coins, though. So this Knave of Wands, this is fire, this is motivation, this is passion. If you have been feeling stagnant, if you have been feeling unmotivated, if you've just been feeling nothing's changing, nothing's moving, I'm bored, I'm not happy, but I don't know what it is I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know how I want things to change. I don't know what my purpose is, what I want to be doing, how I should be doing it. I know what my happily ever after looks like, right? I know what I want to manifest, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know what's the best route to get there. I don't know if, I want to be rich with my own business. I don't want to be rich if I, selling things, working in a corporate job, and I'm not even motivated to go out there and get it and make it happen and do it. I just kind of want it to appear and then I'll just be done with it. This Knave of Wands tells me that fire, that drive within you is being reignited. It's coming back. Something is going to spark you and fan that flame. So if you've been feeling low in the motivation area, not anymore. All of that is returning to you. Love that. And, trust and believe, I can definitely relate to that. If any of you have been feeling it, I've definitely been on that bus as well as things continue to shift in our world and as things open up and different opportunities start coming, I've been doing the same thing. Like, what is it I want to do? What is it that's going to make me feel emotionally satisfied? Fuel me, fill my cup, right? And yours. Ace of Cups coming out. And both the Knave and the Ace do speak to new beginnings. So this could be new love for sure. This is also self-love, right? So it doesn't have to be romantic love if you're not manifesting or you're already with, your partner. But this is that energy that refills your cup, that feels emotionally satisfying. So it can be new love, can definitely be new work. Just a new perception of self and a new perspective of life, and what is serving you and what's good for you. And actually, bottom of the deck right now, Two of Wands. So it's all about those intentions. What are we putting out there? What is it? What does our vision for our reality look like? Oh, that was a lot. Okay. Four of Coins back on the bottom of the deck. I feel like that's a big stack, but I feel like that's going to be the outcome. So here, let's put these over there for now. So we've got the Knave of Coins and the Tower. Not surprised to see this big boy. So Knave of Coins, that's growth, right? That's for some of us, that can be stepping back to square one. So if the opportunity is coming to you, if the outlook in front of you looks like, God, I had a job that was up here, and now maybe COVID messed that up, and now you're on a different path, or you really had to find a new career, and it feels like you're going back to square one. That is not a bad thing, not at all, right? Because there's growth wherever that is. Wherever that position is, if this is work, the growth potential is there, right? So it's not a bad thing to start over. It's a refresh, it's a revamp, it's a reset, but it's also going to be in a much stronger alignment than where you were before. That's what this Tower card is all about: surprise, unexpected discoveries, and shakeups. So to me, I don't think the future holds this massive destructive Tower moment, but it's all about that realignment. We talked about that with that moon as well, remember? That Aquarius full moon is about breaking down the barriers. This is spirit working in alignment to break down those walls, right? Breaking the glass ceiling for some as well. So love that. And we're taking these as the outcomes. So we've got Six of Swords, moving on. For some of you, literally moving, whether this is physically moving to a new location, moving jobs, moving careers, moving house, whatever it is, moving on, getting out of those tough struggle bus waters and moving into much smoother sailing. Love that. We've also got the Eight of Wands, so speed as well. So it's going to pick up with that Temperance card in reverse, right? Divine timing is picking up as well. This can also be messages, so expect incoming news. It might be about this new opportunity, might be about support and growth to help you along that journey if you've already found that new beginning for you. Nine of Cups, independence, right? I always call this my Beyonce card, because this is someone who knows their worth, knows their value, and has built themselves up, right? Didn't need nobody's help, right? You did this all on your own. And then the Knave of Cups. So this definitely can be speaking to new love for some of you if that's something you've been manifesting. But I want to talk more about this, but like legit, I keep coming back to romance. Like I want to say, for those of you that really have been trying to start a new relationship, whether it's attracting new love or shifting and elevating something in a current relationship, that is available to you. That is a huge possibility and a huge activation going on in this present moment, which, again, who's going to be mad at that? I'm super excited. I'm going to let that sit for a little bit. I almost want do I want to clarify that Knave of Cups? Yes, I do. Let me get a deck out. So, I guess we're going to get a mini love reading in here. But know for your outcome, really what's going on for you personally and or professionally, it's really about finding your stride, finding your independence, and shining and moving away from that resistant struggle bus energy where you are truly in flow, where you're truly manifesting, you're listening to the guided messages, you're receiving the support and the updates and the information you need and have been searching for and seeking for, and using that energy and that information effectively to really manifest the version of you that you've always seen, that you've always wanted, and if I'm completely honest, that you always were, right? With the Nine of Coins showing up. Because again, that is a very powerful, independent energy, but it's about knowing your worth and knowing your value and fully seeing it as it is in real time. What deck is close to me? I don't want to go too far. There we go. Okay. You never know when we're going to get surprised by things, and then I need an extra deck nearby. Okay, so let's clarify this Knave of Cups real fast. For those of you where this is about love and relationships, let's go a little bit deeper. So remember, if you're not looking to manifest love, if love life is good, know that this is just about beginning a cycle where you are emotionally satisfied, where you feel like you're being taken care of, supported, safe, happy. All's good, right? So if you're not looking for new love, don't worry. It's not like there's a third party coming in or anything like that. Nope, there we go. Alright, so we've got Ace of Swords as well as the King of Cups, love. So Ace of Swords, truth, clarity, information. So you could be hearing from somebody. Could be an earth sign with this King of Coins, but it's someone who's very well grounded. Someone very stable, steady. Could also be someone well manifested, someone who works hard, is dedicated, is committed, right? Not someone flighty, not someone you're going to have to question. Are they going to meet you halfway? Their intentions are going to be clear. They're going to be right up front with them, right? There's not going to be a lot of guessing. You're not going to be wondering and curious, what does this person want with me? You know, what is this person's intentions? What are they looking for? None of that is going to be a concern. You're going to know straight up front. They're going to tell you exactly what it is they want, what they're going to put in, how they're going to show up. Who doesn't want that? I mean, and again, they may just be, you know, balling like that since they are the King of Coins. Hello, hi, how you doing? I feel like for those of you where this is new love, this is also going to be someone who has kind of freed themselves from something already, right? This clarity, the reason they can offer this clarity to you is because they've already gone through it themselves, right? They found a way to push through their own struggle, their own pain, which might be similar to the resistance you've been feeling recently. So the reason they can come through it and be so clear with their intent with you is because they've already done this previously. So it's almost like someone comes to you that's already been tempered. They've already kind of sorted through their baggage, they've already sorted through the BS, and they've kind of set themselves free from all of those cords and all those restraints, so they can truly be present for you, where some of, you know, maybe recent relationships, people were still working through some things. People were still trying to sort themselves out. So how can they really show up fully for you if they're really not showing up for themselves either? There's that Four of Cups coming back again, right? So what have you been holding on to? So yes, this new person coming in, for those of you where this is new love, it is someone who's gone through their own issues, and Queen of Swords cut their way out of it. Truly got to that point where they were like, this is either serving me or not, and guess what? This isn't serving me. So I need to cut it out. I need to take it down, right? I mean, fierce. Look at that. Look at that face. Not taking no. Not taking no. And actually, they have the Page of Wands, same as you, right? Because you got the Knave of Wands in your own spread. So they also have been reignited. They have that new sense of fire. And I think that passion is going to be where you guys connect and where you relate very strongly. Having been, you know, going through a moment where it felt stagnant, where it felt like change wasn't happening, movement wasn't happening. But now it's like you have a new determination, you have a new fire. For some of you, it may even be a new dream as things shift and you kind of are faced with these new opportunities. I feel like we're not quite done yet. Nope, no we're not. Oh, look at that. Knight of Cups, bottom of the deck. This is a new suitor. This is someone coming in with an emotional offer. I got something to say. I got something to tell you. So we've got the Magician and the Seven of Cups. So yes, we're manifesting. We're in control. We're making things happen. What is it, though? Seven of Cups, we're being forced to ask ourselves, what is it you desire? What is your heart's desire? What is the dream? What's the vision? Ten of Swords and the Four of Coins again. Okay, so let's talk about this Ten of Swords, because honestly, this is great news to me. This is clarification of what we were talking about. This is like the struggle bus is over, right? Granted, no one likes the Ten of Swords. It's never a comfortable card. Honestly, I think this is worse than the Tower, you know, if I'm honest in my own personal views. But this Ten of Swords, this highlights it's over. It's done. You've reached the worst it's ever going to be. You've reached the climax. So even echoing what we talked about before, how that Four of Coins, the things that we held on to, the things that kept us in our safe little comfort zone where we felt, secure, unharmed, those barriers were false, right? That's why we had the Tower card with them. They felt like they protected us. They felt like we were safe and within these fortress walls, but they kept us stuck. They kept us trapped. They kept all of our desires on the other side because we were, too scared to chance it, too scared to put in the effort. That is not the case anymore. That phase is over. That phase is over. And that's what I think I love so much about seeing the Knave of Wands twice, because the two of you and this person coming in, whether it's a romantic partner, which I think for most of you it's going to be, but it can be a business partner, it can be, a friend, but it's someone who really pushes you. It's someone who understands that transition from feeling stagnant to feeling empowered. That understands how you can come from a place where you felt low or slow, possibly even defeated for some of you, and then we get to this space where now I understand this is what's important, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to make that happen. Someone is coming in that truly can relate to that energy and then connects with you in a really deep emotional way because of that bond. Love that. Oh, hey, calm down. Eight of Wands, already trying to run. Okay, we're going to pull some oracle cards before we finish this one out, but beautiful look at the incoming energy. As we shuffle a little bit, just so you know, I do feel like the videos this month are going to be a little different, and it's just because as I'm kind of still recovering from this weird energy slump and figuring out what I can truly commit to, I don't know if I'm going to have the energy to do what I normally do. So we'll see. I do still plan to do dedicated videos for the signs. I don't know if it'll be in exactly the same way, so we'll see. I definitely want to do that Lionsgate reading once we get into August. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else that I plan? I haven't. Again, this reading was really just I'm just gonna film right now, so turn the camera on. That's how that happened. So can't say I knew exactly what I wanted to say today. So thank you again for being patient as I put my words together. So stay tuned. Videos will still be coming out. I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear and see what feels right to film and record. If there's anything you specifically want to see, it'd be super helpful for me if you drop it in the comments and let me know what would be most beneficial for you, because really this channel is for you. So I love it when you guys, let me know what it is you want, so then I know what to give you. I feel like we're gonna go. Let's get one more, or two more. That can be a thing too. Nice. Look at the last card. We talked about all these moon phases, drawing down the moon. Love it. Love. We'll put you down here. All right. So let's close out and we'll go through these. So we've got astral travels. Possible impossibility is that first prompt. And what did we talk about in the beginning? That shift in perspective, believing it's possible. For some of you, dream space may be kind of intense. You may not necessarily be astral traveling, although some of you might be. But dream space can be super, super significant, and not necessarily in a prophetic way. I don't think you're necessarily going to be, well, I shouldn't limit that. Who knows where you're going to go. But I don't see these dreams being prophetic. I see them as dreaming of the possibilities. Your subconscious really exploring, where could you go? What is it you want to do? Where would be a good fit for you? To me, I feel like this dream space is going to be really about highlighting what could be for you and helping to shift that perspective. We have ancient amulets, which is all about fortune. Love this card. But it's fortune as, what is it? I know it's protection. Protection, skills, and possessions. To me, this is about, whenever I see the ancient amulets card, it does make me think of tokens and, actual physical things. So think like good luck charms. So it may be helpful for you to, especially if you're into crystals, making sure you have some in your pocket, that you really connect to or in alignment with your intentions. Utilizing, even intangible things. That's where we talk about skills, right? But it's those things that have significance and value to you that really are going to help to fuel you and empower you, right? Use them as tools of manifestation. That's why they're there. That's how they help you, right? We've got Ocean's Muse, which connects to that Astral Travels card because it's all about that inner space. For those of you where you truly connect to water, remember you may not connect to all of these cards, right? Because this is a general collective reading. But for those of you, especially if you're a water sign, but those of you who connect to water, that is going to be a super healing place for you. Incredibly healing, right? So whether you're starting to feel ungrounded and starting to feel disconnected and the energy starts to feel chaotic, like it's coming from all over the place, getting into water, getting near water is going to be super, super helpful for you. I think it's also going to connect you deeper to your intuition, where you start to gain more clarity and gain more understanding and start to see why things are happening, how things are unfolding, and learning how to flow with it and just kind of allow things to happen and develop. And when things get crazy, this is the place you return to for your grounding, right? Definitely something I can relate to like crazy. This isn't something I always say about this card, but it does connect me to star energy also. It's about finding hope, right? Where this astral travel was about recognizing and accepting and opening up to the new possibilities. This energy is helping you to connect with it and believe in it and know that it's only possible. Not just envision it, but believe it, right? Are those two things. And then we also have that physical aspect, that physical totem that can be used as a reminder to reconnect you to this energy that's happening in your spiritual body, your emotional body, and even in your dream space, right? I want to talk about this drawing down the moon card last, so we're going to hold on to her. Boom, look at that. So we've also got gnomes. So this is an interesting kind of card in my opinion. So it does talk about friendship and community for sure. So staying as connected to your collective, being with your friends. To me, this is also a dedication. I think it's mostly the image that makes me think of this, but something about this image always makes me think of the story of the three little pigs. I don't know why. I think it's just the visual. It's like the little brick house. And I just picture all three pigs after the wolf has blown down the other two houses. They're all hanging out in here, supporting each other, helping each other. So even though the other two fooled around and didn't listen to advice and did something that ultimately wasn't good for them, the community was still there. The older brother was like, don't worry, I got you. We're going to make this work. You're going to be safe. I'm not letting anything happen to you. But this is what this means. Now we're going to work together. Now you're going to have to put in the dedication. Now you understand why I told you to do those things. So this is how it's going to be. That's where that hard work. And actually, now that I'm saying that, look at the little visions down at the end, right? And it's falling underneath the astral travel. This is opening up to the possibilities. This is what the future could look like. It's possible. You also have the Raising Winds card that came out underneath Ancient Amulets. This card to me is all about change. So yes, it is about releasing and intentions, but to me these winds, like literally that phrase, the winds of change, this is blowing away the obstacles. This is bringing in, almost kind of like the wheel, when the wheel turns, so it's blowing out the old, stagnant, whatever, and bringing in these possibilities, bringing in new magic, right? It even says calling on the card now that I'm looking at it. Oh. So for some of you, I almost want to say this has to do with your purpose, especially if it's more spiritual based, let me put it that way. And I say that because it's coming out under Ancient Amulets, so especially if you make jewelry or do anything with crystals. For some of you, it could even be energetic healing. If that's part of your purpose, that's going to be incredibly apparent during this time, especially during Leo season. Because I talked about it earlier, Leo season is asking you to express in an authentic way and be really bold about it. You don't have to hold back. There's no reason to be ashamed or embarrassed. Like, this is who you are. Live it, be it, do it. Fully, completely, honestly. All right? We have the Closing Circle as well, which I think is perfect coming out after the Raising Winds. Because this card is all about, to me it's all about intention, but it's also about timing. Right? When it's time to end certain opportunities, right? When we're closing that circle. But it's timing can work in several ways, but it's about ending those things that don't help. We talked about releasing with that raising winds, but we're closing out those opportunities to follow more authentic ones, to follow our heart's desires, right? This card talks about sacred doors as well. So again, kind of piggybacking, if you're into spiritual healing or spiritual arts in any way. Coming under Ocean's Muse, we talked about kind of reconnecting and grounding. So to me, there's a lot of intuitive and spiritual support coming through here and coming in. And I think it's going to be super important, not only sacred doors, but we're talking about sacred spaces as well. So really dedicating, sanctifying, purifying, the physical space we are in, whether it's just as a grounding, so you have a safe space to kind of recollect and rest and recover from being out and about and, putting all these actions into motion. Sacred spaces where we can ground and reconnect and kind of woo-saw for a moment, whether it's something man-made or something natural where we're escaping to. To me, that feels very, very important with this closing the circle, right? Creating a space that is ideal for our recovery and our rest. And, on some level also discovery, right? As we're trying to find this truth and this authenticity in what it is we are working through. And it's actually funny I say that, saving this card for last, because look at those last two prompts. Undrawing on the moon. Channel and stillness. How do you expect to channel anything if everything feels crazy and chaotic? The reason I wanted to save this card for last, because this card is all about the divine feminine, the drawing down the moon card, right? Revolutionary. We're talking about the moon and we talk about divine feminine. I know, I'm not telling you anything earth-shattering, but I think it's coming through so strong because it is our divine feminine energies that are really being asked for right now. I was trying to think of the word to use, but that's what's really being called for. Our energy is based on receptivity and flow and allowing, being grateful for what's before us, because we may not physically see the things we've been manifesting and working on, which the masculine would want to chase and do and make things happen, create orders and structures on how to do this thing. Right now it's the feminine energy of receptivity, of drawing in, of attracting, right? That's being called for and activated, and that's what's really being needed. That's going to be the best thing for you to tap into and for you to connect with, versus trying to be overly assertive and aggressive, forcing things to happen, pushing things towards fruition. And that doesn't say that that energy is bad, right? Sometimes we need to be active. Sometimes we need to make those decisions and put in the follow through. So it's not that that energy is bad, but right now it is about the allowing. As things come into alignment, as these messages come in, we need to be open and receptive to them, right? So and you had the Tower card. Well, I say we had the Tower card because it was collective. We had the Tower card as well. So things are going to come by surprise. They're not going to be expected, right? They are not going to be expected. And it's so funny. I say that as I talk about things being unexpected. Look at this closing circle. Her physical eyes are closed, but her third eye is open. So you aren't going to see these things coming. But in stillness and in meditation, you can perceive these things coming, but you won't see them coming. So it's not about, the masculine brain that's going to want to do and take action, because you don't know what's coming. You can't see it. It's going to be a surprise. So you have to be in this receptive space. You have to believe in more possibilities, because again, once you start to shut those doors, it gets harder and harder for the universe to manifest. So stay open, stay receptive. And that doesn't mean do nothing. I'm not saying just sit on the ground and wait till something good happens. No, you still have to do what's best for you. You still have to live your life, but be open, be receptive. Allow things to, happen in ways that you didn't expect. If something presents itself and it's not what you're expecting, but it excites you, it still feels cool, it feels like a great opportunity, it's worth it to explore it a little bit. Doesn't mean you have to say yes right away, but explore it. You don't know what that opportunity holds, and it will surprise you. All right? And actually, I say that, and if you look at the cup I'm drinking of, I just bought it because the hand was super awesome. I love anything that, even if it's not a Hamsa, if it remotely gives me Hamsa vibes, I'm all about it. But you'll notice behind it is the Sri Yantra, which is a sacred geometry that's all about taking things from the ethereal and bringing them into the 3D, making them physical, right? And that is what's happening. As we realize other realities are possible, other opportunities are possible for us, growth beyond what we thought was, formerly possible. As we start to believe and accept those things, they start to be made real. So again, expect the unexpected, my lovelies. I'm going to wrap up the reading here because, it's already been 40 minutes. But I love you guys. I'm sending the best. Again, thank you for being patient with me. New videos are going to be coming out. I'm getting back into the groove of things. I love you guys. Wishing you the best. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.